Hi, my name is Callum Lawton. I went to Hellenic Academy last year and this is my testimony. So growing up in my life, I always found that Christianity and church was really normal for me. I grew up in a Christian home and every Sunday it was the normal thing to go to church. Throughout junior school, I found that in my life there was hardly a difference between Christians and non-Christians, people who believed in God and people who didn't. Like in junior school, everyone's actions seemed to be the same and everyone kind of did the same things. There wasn't such a clear divide. But I found the biggest step where I realized what Christianity was all about, or how serious we have to take it, when I went into high school. And there was a massive change between non-Christians and Christians, and just how their behaviors and the way they spoke, the way they treated other people, there was such a vast difference. And so Form 1 and 2 went easy for me in terms of trying to uphold my Christian life, and things were pretty tough. Like I found that persecution was quite intense, and that you were looked down upon because you didn't swear, or you didn't do these things, you didn't do certain things and try to be cool. There were a few of us, we had to stick to what we believed in, and that's where I realized just how you got to take up your own cross. And Christianity is not all about living a comfortable life. It's it's living a life where you're trying to be an example to others, but at the same time you can expect persecution. So throughout the rest of high school, I grew stronger in my faith, mainly due to going on Zamel's camps. Zamel's camps were absolutely amazing for me. I went to my first camp in Form 1, and ever since then I tried to go on as many camps as I could. They really did change my life. Just I got to experience God firsthand, and just really see how alive He is in this world and how much He can do. I saw miracles of healing. I saw changes in lives. I saw changes in people. I saw people breaking free of chains that were just holding them back. And so that's where I first really saw just how alive God was, and that set me on fire, because that just made me realize how much I want to run wholeheartedly my life for God, and just I mustn't let anything hold me back. I've got to put God as my first priority. So that was leading up Form 1 and 2, and then beginning of Form 3, probably the most significant event in my life took place. It was beginning mid-January, Form 3. It was quite a hectic day for me. So I got electrocuted that day. I touched the main power line, and so I'll go through the whole story. So basically, there was an intruder into the house, and we saw the guy, and then he ran outside, and then I just wanted to make sure that things were okay. So I climbed onto the roof, and at our home there's the main power line comes through the roof from one of the electricity poles. So I was climbing on the roof, and I didn't know what this line was, and so I just stuck my hand out, and then it touched me, and I was stuck on it, like I couldn't get off. It was the most painful experience I've ever had. So realistically for about 20 seconds I was stuck on this absolutely excruciating power line, and I couldn't move. I was absolutely stuck. I couldn't move. I just remember trying to pull myself off, and I couldn't. And in my head I remember thinking, I give up, I'm going to die. And realistically, if it had been another about 10, 15 seconds, I would have been dead. And the absolute miracle is I was stuck on holding, and I couldn't let go because electricity was that strong. And the whole miracle here is that I just felt the sudden uplifting, and I got pulled away very gently up into the air. I was a couple meters higher up than the power line, and I got put down very softly on the roof, just away from the power line. And So obviously there was an angel who just came and protected me and lifted me up away from the power line. So from that moment on, it absolutely changed my life. I hardly go through a day without thinking about it, and just, you know, how we take life for granted, and how it's so easy to get caught up in our own ways, where we focus on our own things, we prioritize things above God, and just how grateful we must be for literally just being able to be alive and to, you know, spread the word and be an example to others. I just think that so many of us take our everyday lives, the fact that we can live every day, and the fact that we have so many opportunities to serve God, just for granted. And that day really changed me. I was, you know, from then on I was determined to live a life where I was going to just, you know, run the race wholeheartedly for God. And, you know, my advice to you is that don't wait for something significant to happen in your life, or some extreme event to happen, because chances are it might not happen, and if they do happen, it might not happen the way you planned them out to be. So make a change, like, from right now, just to say, you know, God, I'm going to follow wholeheartedly for you. And so from then on, that was beginning of Form 3, I was, you know, determined that I'm going to live my life out for God. And then I'd say from then on, adding on to the Zamhouse camps, the most specific thing I would say that has really helped me grow in my faith, just get to love God more and know God more, is quiet times. Spending quiet time, you know, waking up first thing in the morning, reading your Bible and just praying, getting stuck into the Word. It can, you know, help you grow so much. It can absolutely change you in such a good, positive way, and you can draw closer to God. At the same time, God draws closer to you. So just based on all of that, that's my testimony, just living life throughout junior school and high school, and just how we must really run wholeheartedly for God. That's been on my heart recently, just running the race wholeheartedly for God. I think it's easily overlooked, and how He's got to be our first priority, and He's got to be involved in absolutely everything we do. And that's, you know, that's not a big statement just to listen. You've got to really pay attention to that and act it out. So thank you for listening to my testimony.